Yeah, morning all. Yes. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not?
Yes.
Fine. So I created a separate folder with the name HTML, right? Yes. This was what we have discussed in the last class. HTML, hypertext markup language, is the major language of World Wide Web. It's the major language of World Wide Web, right? We have got like HTML tag, head tag, title tag, body tag, italic tag, bold tag, underline tag, paragraph tag, break tag, right? Yes. Tag name, yes. The last class we have discussed one example, right? Yes. Sample web page, right? Sample web page. Python is dynamic typed. Python is interpreted. Python is user friendly. So this interpreted in italic form, Python in underlined form, right? And total Python is dynamic typed in bold form, right? Yes, everything in that. Next, headings. Headings, right? Yes, HTML provides HTML provides, right? HTML provides 6 tags. It provides 6 tags for headings. For headings. From H1 to H6, H1 to H6. It provides 6. It provides 6 tags for headings from H1 to HE. It provides 6 tags for headings from H1 to H6. Okay. H1 will be the biggest heading. H1 will be the biggest heading, right? It's a bigger heading. So on, right? H6 will be the smaller heading. H6 will be the smaller heading. Smaller heading, right? HEA heading slash H6 slash H6 is the smallest heading. Yes. I'll open yesterday's example, right? Yesterday's one sample web page. Right click and say edit with yesterday's example, right? Yes. After this last line, right? Just I'll give H1, H1, right? H1. Just provide Python programming, Python programming, right? Slash H1. Copy paste the same thing, right? H1. 6 times, 6 headings, right? I want 6 headings. H1, H1, H1. H2 and slash H2. H3 and slash H3. Okay. Just go and refresh your web page. H1 will be the biggest heading, H6 will be the smallest heading, right? Just refresh your web page, right? This is what Python program. So biggest heading H1, H6 is the smallest heading, right? H6 is the smallest heading. So if you want which heading to be used, right? Use it accordingly, H1 to H6. Yes, 1 second. Yeah. This is the code, right? H1 to H6. H6 is the smallest heading, right? Okay. We have got some other tags. For example, we have got some tags. For example, we have got a strike tag, strike for striking a word, for striking a word, phrase, or a sentence. For striking a word, phrase, or a sentence. For striking a word, phrase, or a sentence. For example, strike, not only strike, like if this is SUB, three tags I'll be discussing. Subscript. SUB, it is for subscript, and this SUP is for superscript. SUP, right? For superscript. For subscript, for superscript. Hmm. For example, the same example I take. Mhm. Okay. H1, right? H2. I'm saying just I'm providing H2 here. H2. Ah, uh, Python full stack. Python full stack offer batch. Python full stack offer batch. Okay. For example, strike. Strike slash strike, saying like 12,000 slash H2. Observe this. I'm striking this 24,000 and giving 12,000, right? It's an offer batch. Check this output. Python full stack offer batch. 24,000 it's tracked and it's giving 12,000, right? Just if you want to strike a word or a sentence or a character, right, you can go for it. Next, subscript or superscript. Subscript or superscript if you want to display on the web page. For example, how will you type H2O? For example, I want to write H2O, right? Observe this H2O. H1, H. For to that H, I want a subscript. For the H, I want one subscript. For H, I want subscript. What subscript? 2 I want. H is that for the H, I want a 2 as the subscript. Say sub and close that sub. Slash sub, right? Class sub. O is the chemical name of water. Slash H1. Check this output, refresh. So subscript. Refresh once. H2O is the chemical name of water. This you getting as subscript, right? We have got a tag like subscript. Similarly, superscript. Like superscript, right? H1. Pi r square. See, area of circle, right? Pi r square. Yes, I want to display this pi r square, right? In the web page, I want to display pi r square. Yes, pi into r. Pi into r. To the r, I want a square, right? SUP, superscript. Superscript 2. Pi r superscript 2. Yes, is the area of circle. Is the area of circle. Slash H2, right? H. Refresh it. So here, can you see? Pi r square, pi into r square is the area of circle. So here slash H1, this is H1, right? Here we have opened H1 and slash H1. Check this, refresh. Pi r square is the area of circle. So strike, where is it? Strike. Strike here. Yes, these three things. Okay. Just subscript and superscript. Example. Next, mark you. Displaying the text in scrolling form. Displaying the text in scrolling form. We have got displaying the text in scrolling form. For example, displaying the text in scrolling form means yes. Just observe. Mark you. Mark you, right? Yes. A mark you tag, right? A new Django batch starting from today. Mark you, yes. Just refresh this, right? Scrolling form you get the text in scrolling form. Yeah, mark you, right? Yes. By default, okay, text is going to be scrolled. Attributes of mark you, right? Next, attributes of mark you. Attributes of mark you tag, right? Yes. Attributes of mark you tag, right? First one. Yes. Behavior. We have got a behavior, right? Yes. Behavior. Direction. Height. Width. BG color, background color, right? Loop, how many times you want to loop? Scroll delay, right? Yes. These are the attributes of marquee tag behavior, right? Yes. So at which direction? See this direction. First, see this direction. At what direction you want? Mm. New Django, but okay, this is, for example, direction equal to, it takes values like left, right, top, bottom. You can say like top, bottom. By default, it is left. If you're not providing anything, by default, it is left. For example, by default, it is left, right? It is coming from the left. But if you want to write direction, mark you, direction equal to right, you say. Mark you direction equal to right. It goes in this way. Or if you say like bottom or down, bottom, bottom. There is no space. Okay. So by default, it is left arrow, left. Mm, height, height, right? I can specify the height. Height equal to 80. BG color, background color, right? Mm, green. BG color equal to green, right? Yes. Height is 80, BG color. Just check this. Refresh. Height, even decrease the height. Make the height as H1. See this H1 slash H1 height 60. Mm. So here background color I have given BG color green, I have given height, I have given 60. The height of this marquee background color is green. By default direction left. Now behavior, right? Yes, behavior. We have got three types of behaviors. It says how the text in the marquee should move, right? Yes. It says how the text in the marquee should move. We have got three behaviors here. Scroll. First one is scroll. Text scrolls, right? Text scrolls across the marquee. Text scrolls across the marquee, right? For example, behavior spelling is BAHAVIOR, not OUR, right? VIOR. Marquee, just check this marquee. Yes, behavior, BEHAVIOR, behavior equal to scroll. Behavior equal to scroll, right? Check this behavior. Behavior equal to, yes, refresh. Refresh, right? Yes, it comes from one side, goes away from the other side. Comes from one side and goes away from the other side. Comes from one side and goes away from the second. Behave, we have got a slide. Text enters from one side and stops at the other side. Text enters from one side and stops at the other side. Text enters from one side and stops at the other side. Slide. Just say slide. It comes from one side and stops at the other side. Just refresh it. It comes from one side. Text enters from one side and stops at the other side. Stops at the other side. Comes from one side and stops at the other side. Stops at the other side, right? Next, there's one more. Marquee behavior alternate, right? Yes. It is alternate. Alternate, right? Yes. Alternate means, yes. It comes from one side and goes to other side. Again, between the web page, it goes just moves between the web page. Yes, in this way it will go between the web page. alternate. Text comes from one side to other side. Text comes from one side to other side. Text comes from one side to other side. And vice versa. Yes, H1 mark your behavior alternate. Yes, height, BG color. Next, for example, one more example. Height attribute. I used height. Width, you can use height, width, BG color. Background color, I used loop and scroll delay. Uh, for example, height, I use 300. 300 is the height. BG color green. Yes. Alternate. Direction equal to direction up. Direction equal to up. Direction is up. Up, down, up, down. It goes alternate, right? Up, down. In this way it goes. So here, okay, by default, okay, left, right, up, down, right? Yes. Okay. Mark your behavior alternate, direction up, height 300, BG color is this, right? Yes. Yes. Next we have got height, you know, width, if what is the width of that you want. BG color I used. Loop. Loop means how many times you want to loop it. 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. How many times it has to loop. How many times you want the marquee to cycle? Marquee to cycle, right? How many times you want the marquee to cycle, right? Yes. Positive value, right? Yes. Anything positive value, right? Yes. Positive integer. Any positive integer you can give, right? And if you give -1 for continuous, if I give -1, right, for continuous, or infinite. And what is the scroll delay? Scroll delay means, for example, here I give, see that the speed, just you can check the speed, right? Now, if I give scroll delay equal to 1000 or 600, I'm giving. Just refresh. How slowly it is going, right? So how slowly it goes. Scroll delay, slowly it moves. Okay. Next, we have got a tag called font tag. Font, F-O-N-T.
So what was the default speed of scrolling?
It takes default value, right? So up to, okay, default value. If you're not specifying any value, right, it takes some default value and scrolls. But one second. I think up to, okay, 80, if I give 80, means 80, if you give 10 also, it goes in the same manner. If you give, instead of 80, if you give 10 also, right, the same speed it maintains. Doesn't mean that 80 goes fast, 10 means fast, same speed. Yes. Just scroll delay means if you want to delay it by some time, just give some higher value, slowly it goes. Now, font tag. All these are optional. So for the marquee tag, all these are optional. Just if we give marquee, that is enough. Or it takes default values. The direction takes default, the height, everything it takes default. But you want to get this BG color, this BG color we need to provide. Height also we need to provide. Width also we need to provide. Remaining all it takes default values, right? Font. It has attributes such as right? Size ranges from what is the size. Next second it has got color COLOR. Third, face. It has attributes such as size, color, and it has attributes like size, color, and face. Size ranges from +6 to -6. +6 is the bigger value and -6 is the smaller value. For example, I want to display, okay, series output. I want to display this DJANGO framework. DJANGO framework, yes. DJANGO framework, right? I want to display it. DJANGO framework, if you want to display, yes, I'm using font tag. So what is that total body BG color is red color, text color is yellow color, text color, everything appearing yellow color. But here I'm using font tag, FONT. Here I'm using font tag, yes. Font size equal to font size equal to 6, I'm saying. Color COLOR, color equal to blue, color equal to blue. Face, face means like Times New Roman or Arial or what is that face? Arial, right? So this Django framework, I want this size, this color, and this and the slash font, right? Yes. Just refresh. Just refresh, right? You can see Django framework, right? Django framework. The size, the color blue, face Arial, right? Yes. So if you want a particular word or a paragraph, I want a particular word or a heading in a particular color, right? You just go with font type. Next, HTML common tags. HTML common tags. HTML images, HTML tables, HTML lists, HTML links, hyperlinks, HTML forms, HTML frames, HTML video or audio. If you want to embed all these images, tables, lists, links, forms, frames, video or audio, right? It's using this. How can I embed image? How can I embed a table in an organized manner, like lists, like bullets, markers, links, hyperlinks, forms, like buttons, radio buttons, check buttons, text field, text area, right? Frames, dividing the web page into frames. First one, how to embed some kind of images onto the web page. Images increases the visuality of a web page. It increases the visuality of a web page. Images are stored in computer in different formats. Such as JPEG, GIF, BMP, etc. IMG tag is used. IMG tag is used for inserting images. IMG tag is used for inserting images. IMG tag. IMG image means IMG tag. Has got the following attributes. IMG tag has got the following attributes. First one, SRC. For specifying the path where the image is available. For specifying the path where the image is available. Source SRC. Okay, wait, next. Align. Align. Align means like where you want left or right or top, bottom, middle. Border. If you want some border, right? Specifies the width of the border. H space and V space. Horizontal spacing or vertical spacing. If the image size is too big, you can set height and width for that image. Height and width. If the image size is too big, which cannot fit into the web page, you can decrease the height and width, right? Yes. Displaying a image on the web page. Displaying an image on the web page, right? Yes. Just open a separate notepad file, right? Open a separate notepad file. HTML. Body and slash body. If you want to embed, if I want to display image on the web page, we have a tag called image, and where the image source src source equal to image source equal to, for example, if I go to this where that image is available, right? Yes, in the pictures. So here, for example, Hyderabad. Click on that, click on the particular image, click on the particular image, and you can say copy path here. You can observe this copy path available within the home. Copy path, the path gets copied. In Windows 11, right? Right. Click, right? Yes. Here, click it and say, and paste the path here. See users Dell pictures Hyderabad.jpg. That's it. Now image will be displayed on the web page. Save it.
Sir, you have said Windows 11, it got stuck, sir, your voice.
Pardon?
While you are saying Windows 11, your voice has got struck. Can you please repeat once more?
1 second. .html, right? So whenever you are selecting any image, go to that image. In Windows 10, right? You select that image, click on that image, right? And go for copy path here. Copy path. Path gets copied.
Yes, sir.
In Windows 11, if you right click on that image, if I right image, if you right click and that you can see the copy path available. Yes.
Yes, sir.
You can copy the path and paste that path within your This one, this is your path. By default, you will get double quotes also, right? By default, you will get that path. That's it. Now go in the open that page, web page. You can see that image on the web page. You can see that image on the web page.
Sir, in my screen there is size too big. How can we define size for image?
See, after this double quote, right? Set
Hmm.
height equal to give some value, height and width. Height equal to
Okay.
some 100, width height equal to some 150, width equal to some 150, some
Okay.
random value. Still, if you see it's bigger, decrease the height and width.
Image. Yes, sir. It's
Displaying multiple images on the web page. You want the same image or different image, you can just display multiple images on the web page. I'm copying this to a separate notepad. Yes. Separate notepad I'm opening. Okay, 4 images, the same image or different image, right? Let's save it. You can join just to go in, right? Multiple images, right? Just open that web page. You can see this multiple images, same or different image. Even if you see the previous example, right? In the previous example, you have got background color as red color. Instead of red color, I want a image to be displayed as a background. If the image is too big, if it can fit into that web page, okay. If the image is too small, then the image gets repeated across the web page. Observe next. We can also set image as background. We can also set image as background to a web page. We can also set image as background to a web page. Image as background to web page means yes. For example, previously, yes, HTML tag, right? Slash HTML. It says it's whether it's HTML document, body, whatever you want to display on the web page, everything should be within the body tag. Body, yes. BG color we used to say, but don't say BG color, just say background. I want a background, right? Yes. So if you want a bigger image into text, which will cover the entire web page. Okay, background equal to give that. For example, I'm taking the same path. So same that Hyderabad I'm taking. Just copy path. If the image is small, the image will be repeating across the web page. If it is big, if it can cover the entire web page, it's fine. If it's unable to cover, the image gets repeated by default. So the path gets copied, right? Yes. And just I'm writing H2. Hello, Hyderabad. H2 slash H2, right? And close that body tag. Slash body, yes. You can just go in the image. Just so images across the web page, and you can see this hello Hyderabad. A text is displayed here, right? Next, for example, see this first example. See the first example. I'm copying the same. I'm copying to a separate notepad file. Yes. HTML tag, body tag. Within the body, one image is displayed. I'm keeping the image within the marquee tag. Marquee and slash marquee. Moving a image dot html, right? Moving a image dot html, just the image also. We can not only text, we can also scroll image. The same properties will be applied. Scroll, slide, alternate. Between the web page you want to alternate, or comes from one side, goes away from other side, comes from one side and stop at the other side, everything, right? Yes. moving a image. Example 5. Height, width, you want edge space, V space, horizontal space and vertical spacing between the images, right? If you see this image, multiple images, I'm copying to a separate notepad file, right? Multiple images are there, right? I want some horizontal and spacing, vertical spacing between the image. First observe this, how it is. First observe this, how is that image first? Horizontal spacing and vertical spacing, I want some space. So you can just set some space. Edge space equal to 20 and V space also 20. Edge space equal 20, vertical space also 20. This I'll copy for each everything. Edge space, V space. Go and refresh now. Refresh. Now you can see how vertical spacing and horizontal spacing between the images. We can also set height and width. Height equal to 300. Height equal to 400. Width equal to 200. Height and width. In this way, height and width also you can specify. Adding border to an image, adding border to an image. Adding border to an image, right? Yes. Storing an image, right? I'll select a different image. There's one image. Copy path. Paste the path here. Border equal to 20. Border colors, everything we're using as we can do different colors for the borders. Image border. Don't HTML. Can you see some border got added to that HTML, right? Black color border. Okay, fine. So yes, this is what how to embed image. Next, tables, like organizing the data in the form of tables, like employee ID, employee name, salary, designation, hyperlinks, lists. Yeah. So this is the notes I have prepared. Is adding border. This is the examples related to images, HTML images. This regarding marquee tag. This is for strike, subscript, or superscript. Headings, basic HTML tags, one by one tag, right? Everything in brief. And also, like yesterday, we have discussed about this introductory, this web development introduction, right? How to become full stack developer, front-end technologies, back-end technologies, roles and responsibilities, web terminologies, right? 1 second. So next is we'll be continuing on the next Saturday at 7 o'clock. More discussion on this HTML. More discussion on this HTML. Right? I'll be going with HTML tables. Next week Saturday, Sunday, my discussion will be on HTML tables, HTML hyperlinks, HTML lists. These things: HTML list, HTML hyperlinks, HTML tables. Fine. So notes now itself I'll keep in this chart. Right? You can see in the chart panel now. 1 second. 1 second. Can you see in the chart now? Two things you can see, HTML notes and web development introduction, right? Both can copy that both, right? Notes and so next week, next Saturday, the link is changing. Link will be changing. Those who have already got enrolled with full stack Python, it's okay. But still, if anyone not enrolled, you're supposed to enroll for getting the link to your mail IDs. For getting the link to the mail IDs, and you'll be getting these videos to your Google Drive. So enrolled, and notes I'm forwarding. And next Saturday, a WhatsApp group will be created for this web development batch, right? Yes. Yes. Next Saturday, you'll be getting a new link to a that is paid link, right? Link will be changing, so get enrolled, right? You can see that details in the chart. Those who are not enrolled, the online team has forwarded the payment details, the course content, other things, right, in the chat, right? So I'm stopping for now. We'll continue on next Saturday at 7 o'clock, right? Fine.
Thank you, sir.
Fine.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, any query?
Sir, I have taken the admission full stack.
Pardon?
Sir, 7 p.m. batch is there today or not? I have missed the 2 classes.
Today's class you have missed?
Last 2 classes, 7 p.m. batch, Python.
Python. You are getting the videos, go through the video, right? Next, you will be having session tomorrow, 7 p.m. You go through the video. If you got any queries, you can ask me. Right?
Okay.
You got the link now?
Yeah, Zoom link, I got it.
Okay, fine.
Okay, thanks.
Your name? Okay, fine.